Oh, that's enough. That came out really fast.
Yes, they were for... He's putting it
It's Halloween.
Bad luck, bad day. What should I do? Bad luck, bad day. What should I do?
Hey, so on this video, I am going to be making a bunch of dinners that are cheap to make but still delicious. And today I'm going to be making sloppy Joe biscuits, and the first thing, well, it's basically a homemade sloppy Joe sauce I'm going to make with my meat, and then I'm going to put biscuits on a pan and make like a hole and put the meat into the hole and then put it into the oven. So I will show you my recipe, and then I will start. This is already cooked meat, but I'm going to start putting that on the stove and mixing it with my homemade sloppy Joe sauce. Okay, let's start. So this is all the stuff that you will need for the sloppy Joe biscuits. Okay, I'm going to begin now. That was real. I'm just going to put my 2 baggies of meat in the pan and then grease it. It all adds up to probably approximately about a pound. Taking my time on my own. Woo! Yeah!
What was it you're making?
Nothing. So now my meat is heated through, and it was already cooked, but so now I'm going to add everything to it, which is a half a can of my 29-ounce tomato sauce, so it's approximately 15-ounce can of tomato sauce. A fourth of a cup of barbecue sauce. Why are you wearing those glasses? Fourth of a cup of barbecue sauce. 2 tablespoons brown sugar. Garlic man. 2 tablespoons soy sauce. What are they? They're screaming again and laughing. Oh my goodness. 2 tablespoons of soy sauce. Half a teaspoon of salt and pepper. Oh my gosh! Stop burping. Tablespoon. No. 2 teaspoons of garlic powder. Approximately. 1 teaspoon of onion powder. And a teaspoon of oregano, or this one is actually Italian, but there you go. Meanwhile, have your oven preheated to the package says on your biscuit, on your ready-made biscuit label. So I'm going to let this sit here and simmer for a little bit while I get my biscuits ready. Okay, so now you just have to put your biscuits on the pan, and then you use your fingers or a spoon or whatever and make a little hole in the biscuits to put your meat in. So I just turned the oven on to 350, which is what this said to do. So I'm going to bake it according to the biscuit directions and just check on the biscuits at that time. Little, what do they call it?
Holes.
Make like holes, and I go like a little hole. No, because then you're going to put your meat mixture inside of it, and then you're going to bake in the oven, and it's going to be really good. You can also top it with some shredded cheese. We would normally top it with barbecue sauce, but I'm already making it with barbecue sauce, so you can still do that. So we'll see. What did you say?
I'm gonna break your Snickers in half.
Why?
Because it's bothering me that you haven't eaten it.
Why? Because you want it?
I do not want it.
Well, then why would you break it in half?
Because I think it would be funny.
How would that be funny?
Because you would have a half of a Snickers.
Where would you put the other half?
Throw the half in the garbage.
That
Put
is
it in
not.
the toilet and make, hey, here you go.
Okay.
Ew!
Make what?
He's gonna put it in the toilet and then hand it to you like, here you go.
Okay, no.
Now the wife's wet. Don't bother. Don't worry about that. Just eat it. It's good all the same.
No, it's not.
It still's got the actual good flavor of Snickers.
Okay, turn it off. So then you're gonna put this, I'm just gonna go according to what my biscuit directions say and then look at it after that time. And then just before it's done, a few individuals may want cheese, so you can just add cheese before you put it back into the oven. So I am making a chicken and veggie fried rice. So I have my ingredients on the table, and that is, I'm only gonna use a half a bag of that frozen veggies, and I have about a half a cup of chicken from a rotisserie chicken, 3 eggs, soy sauce, a box of Aldi's chicken flavored rice and vermicelli mix, and some garlic powder. So here's everything I'm going to be using. So I'm not sure if you can see me or not. I'm just gonna show you. I know that recipes for chicken fried rice and whatever fried rice calls for like chilled rice. I'm just gonna show you how I do it. And I'm gonna do it with this, which I know is not even completely rice, but it is this from Aldi. So I'm going to start off by making this in my pan with my fake butter, but it'll be good. I'm just going to prepare this according to the directions on my box. Now in another little small saucepan, I'm just going to scramble up my 3 eggs. So what I'm going to do is put this into another dish and then put my vegetables and chicken in here and fry that up a little bit. I'm putting about half a bag of a 12-ounce bag into this pan of mixed vegetables. Stupid thing, open! Okay, so I have cooked this up for just a few minutes with my chicken and my vegetables. So since my rice and vermicelli mix is done, I'm going to pour that in there, add my eggs and stir it all together and cook it up for about 8 to 10-ish minutes. All the while I'm going to add 2 teaspoons of garlic powder, a tablespoon of soy sauce, and some salt and pepper. I did add a little bit more of olive oil so I could fry it up a little bit more. Oh my goodness, this looks so pretty and it looks so yummy. Okay, so now it's all done and I'm gonna try it. But obviously, this is the sort of thing where you see a lot of recipes say chilled rice or whatever like that. Now, that obviously is a really good idea, and I actually do have leftover rice from last night or the night before's dinner, but I wanted it to be this kind of flavored, this chicken vermicelli mix. It tastes really good. But anyway, so that would be a lot easier, but I want to show you how I make it, and it still works out, and it looks really yummy, and I'm sure it's going to taste really good. So let's just try it. Wait, I do not need these. I'm not reading anything. This is really good. So obviously you could use white rice, brown rice, rice that you just had for dinner. You could throw in there and just do it and be a lot easier. Anyway, my hair is all wavy because we just had trunk or treat, and I had my hair up in braids because I wore a wig. My 3 girls and I were the Golden Girls. So that was so cute. And my son, my youngest son was Godzilla. So that was a lot of fun. I just used a half a bag of a 12-ounce frozen mixed vegetables and threw it in, and some chicken from a rotisserie chicken. It was literally like a half a cup. Like the rotisserie chickens that we buy are $5 each. Cheap. So my next cheap and delicious dinner I am going to be making is chili ranch hash. Now I struggled with what to name this because with my hash I like to use a ranch packet too. So I'm going to be using ground beef, chili beans, corn, chili powder, potatoes, salt, pepper, and ranch. So I'm just going to begin with cooking my potatoes on the stove. Here are my ingredients and measurements. So first, obviously, I'm going to chop my potatoes. Now, I like to have them pretty small, so I'm going to chop them pretty small. I weighed my potatoes, and they weigh almost a pound, so they're only an ounce off, so approximately a pound. I'm just going to cook my cut up potatoes in hot olive oil on the stove. And then I will put salt and pepper on them too. Okay, so I basically cook these potatoes on medium, sometimes medium high, for a good 15 minutes. And I love making potatoes by itself just like this. They are so good. Or even in the oven. So now I'm going to pour my drained beans and drained corn in here, plus my chili powder and ground beef and ranch, and stir it all together and continue to cook it. I'm going to put a little bit of water in it from my packet. This looks delicious. I need to go in my pantry and see if I have any more chili powder to fill up my jar. I like to put a lot of chili powder in here, so. Okay, so I've been cooking this for about 8 minutes on medium heat, and it looks done. Fantastic. Okay, so it's done and it looks really delicious. And what I recommend and what I would totally do if I had sour cream was put sour cream on top of this, but you always have to have cheese for this kind of thing. So I definitely always have cheese. We go through a lot of cheese here for sure. So I'm gonna put some cheese on it. And I love to use spoons, so whatever. So I'm going to try this. So good. You have to try it.
I'm laughing at my videos still.
Uh-huh.
Smoking a Kit Kat. Smoking a Kit Kat.
A Kit Kat? No, I don't think so. So now I'm going to make simple beef enchiladas, and this is all the stuff you're going to need. Plus, you could also... What do you want?
I want my food.
What food?
The pizza and stuff.
What pizza? For the third time?
I want cheese pizza.
Anyway.
And the bread.
So I have corn tortillas, cheese, ground beef, enchilada sauce, and I have my seasonings, minced garlic, and salt and pepper. So I'm going to start with putting my stuff on the stove, which is my ground beef and my seasonings. Yeah, we'll go from there. And I have to make my son some pizza. Well, that's
With
good.
the bread thing.
What bread thing?
The thing. What I like.
You mean crazy bread?
Not the
It is crazy bread.
block thing.
Okay, so here's everything you're going to need for the simple beef enchiladas. So first I'm going to put my ground beef into a pan that's already been heated with my seasonings. Oh, that's enough. That came out really fast. So now I'm just going to put some enchilada sauce at the bottom of my pan, or my little casserole dish here. And then I'm going to take my corn tortillas and start putting my meat mixture and cheese and just rolling it up. Are you saying something stupid?
Quick, Jesse and Joey and Danny were talking about it. We were exchanging pants.
Pants? What the? You screwed me up.
Because they were for... He was putting it a good
It's
way.
Halloween. Okay, so this looks like it's gonna make, I don't know, about 6. Which is cool. Which is cool. That works. I mean, it's not enough for us, but it's a good amount. Okay, Okay, so now I'm going to spread the enchilada sauce over the top of my enchiladas, and I'm going to put some cheese on it. And then I'm going to put it into 375 oven for 15-20 minutes, and this is gonna look so good. You have to have cheese. You have to have cheese. Okay, so there are the simple enchiladas, and oh my goodness, they look so good. I added sour cream on top, and so when I eat them, I'm gonna add some black beans too, and it's gonna be delicious. I can just smell it. Oh my goodness, it's so good. Here it is all laid out on my table. I got pie crust, heavy whipping cream, minced garlic, my seasoning, some eggs, bacon, ground beef, and cheese. Now I'm going to start by putting my pie crust into my pie plate. So my next meal I'm going to be making is my corny beef and bacon quiche, and these are all the ingredients and the measurements that I'm going to be using. I'm going to put this in my pie plate. My pie plate is 9.5 inches. And obviously, if you have like a bunch of already frozen homemade crusts that you've made, that would be easy too. Like we make our crust homemade, but I was just trying for something fast and cheap and easy for a weeknight dinner meal. So there's that. Next, I'm just going to chop up my 2 pieces of bacon that I have on my plastic cutting board. I like to keep the meat and everything else separate. You know, on the separate cutting boards, I like to use the plastic ones for all the meat. So there you go. And I'm going to put this in the pan with the ground beef. It's already cooked. I'm just going to heat it up with the corn. So I'm just adding my bacon, my ground beef, my corn, and my minced garlic. And meanwhile, you should have your oven preheated to 375. And then I'm just going to heat this through. Okay, so coming back over to my table, I'm just going to crack my 4 eggs into the bowl, my heavy cream, my seasonings, and then I'm going to whisk it up. I'm going to bake in your preheated 375-degree oven for approximately 50 to 60 minutes, or until a knife inserted is, till it's set. Okay, so here it is, and I melted some extra cheese on top. And what I would actually recommend is that you wait to put your cheese in the recipe on top until the final 10 minutes, and this took about 50 minutes for mine, so. Okay, thank you so much for visiting my kitchen, and I hope you enjoyed the video and try out some of these recipes. They're all very delicious and very easy to make. So please hit the subscribe button if you haven't already so you don't miss any of the videos, and I'll see you next Thursday. Okay, bye.